Good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is now 6:30, where I'd like to call to order the January 6, 2026 special town council meeting. We will rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Please take a seat, turn your cell phones on silent. First on the agenda is the public comment. The public comment portion of the town council meeting affords members the opportunity to share with the town council questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, and or complaints regarding the town. Anyone interested in addressing the town council will be given 3 minutes to do so. We are sincerely interested in hearing from the public, but the purpose of the public comment is for council to listen to comments, and the town council is not required to answer or provide immediate responses to concerns raised during public comment. The council may take action on items only when duly noted on the agenda. First up, Dan Bonshardt.
Dale.
Dale. It looks like Dale. Dale, sorry. You would stand up and say your name and residence.
Dale Vanscape. What I did, actually did this in a letter form, so there's 5 of you there, because I don't expect an answer tonight, but I do expect it pretty promptly. Yeah. Who else gets the 2? I was told.
I can make more copies. You're fine.
No, there are 7 total here. The first copy that I've signed has the documents of the emails, and there'll be a thicker patch of hoops who needs in. Right here. So first of all, I just had in here, it's in reference to my biggest concerns, the town taxes that we had 25-26 season, that the bills came out in February with this 30% increase. So I just put in here, I've been a property owner here since 2010, know a few people here, not everybody. And we have vacant land that's still developed. So at that point, that's another 10, 14 homes. I'm just real concerned about where this town's going with having to take this kind of income in as it's been. So I've always enjoyed building in this town. My partners enjoy building in this town. If we've had any questions, it's been good. I've been able to get in here, get them addressed, past mayors addressed, sitting in there and having meetings to get things on. It's always been a great relationship, and thank you for the past relationship we got. Tonight I got 2 concerns. One is the communication has been really bad. So, Fran, I started with you back in, so I came in December. I started December 12th on emails, and still to this day don't have an answer, either email, phone, whatever, to my questions and concerns. But this bill has started since February. I came in, I've been trying to ask, what's going on with this site, what's going on with bills. Janet started, I know she's not here at this present time. But basically, it's been, I think Ms. Chisholm will vouch that I've been here lots of times, and I keep coming in and getting the same thing, and it's like, we're doing a special hearing, we're working on this. Back in the day, Janet told me that in anticipation of the county going up with the reassessment of everything, the board thought that it was going to go up, so they stowed a 30% increase on the budget and on the taxes. And I said, well, anticipation of it going up. And I said, well, what if it doesn't? Where are you at? And she said, well, we wanted to grab the money for that this fiscal year. We'll have to address that when that comes out. Unfortunately, in June, all my total properties went up less than $100 total. Everything owned with the county. You guys went up 30%. Okay. So to me, it's a big deal, and I don't ask for the budgets and I don't look into it, but so that's pretty much in my first bullet point. On the second one, like I say, I've started this in July after the tax bills come out. I've been told, the decision was made from the past administration and it's brought in. Nobody can give me an answer with anybody I called, talked to, stop in here and say, what was the reasons for it? Nobody seems to know. And they said, I doubt the new board would even know, and I feel that's a bad thing that the old people didn't pass on to the new regime as to where you're spending our money. Because theoretically, if you all live in this town, I don't, but I own a lot of property in this town. But I feel like we should be spending it properly. That's what I'm here for, and to discuss. And I think you guys are stewards of that, personally, everybody on the board, and if it's employed by the town. So it doesn't seem like anybody can give me any answers to that. And then what my feeling is I'd like to see the last 3 years' budget. I'd like to see what the potential budget is. I understand that can't come out tonight, but I would expect it by the end of this month, because it should be readily available. But I feel like I'd like to see what was the written expected, what they thought they were gonna do, where it ended up, and where the money's readdressed. And just to be able to see where that did, and then understand the reason for the 30%. I'd like to get that answer. Nobody can seem to hand that to me. My biggest fear is, with that kind of hit, I don't know how the people on Social Security with not much income can take these hits. You know, you take, like in my position, mine are all rental properties, okay? So you got like 80 to 100 rental properties. We're gonna pass it on to these people. So everybody keeps paying these bills. So I'm here addressing it for them. I'm addressing it for the area. I just don't understand. If you got a $5 million budget, hit us for 30%, that's a $6.5 million, $1.5 million to it. You know, I ran 14 business, 50-some million dollars a year. There's no way I got that kind of income per year, so I'd like to see how that got done. Okay, that's just my fault. Call me whatever, but that's what I'd like to know. I'm not being ignorant with it, but I do feel like I should understand what it is. You know, I'm seeing Federalsburg, $6 million shortfall. There's a lot of theft. There's a lot of misappropriation of funds. I hope we ain't heading in that direction with this town. I've always liked this little town. You know, I can come in and we can have fun, and that's where I want to be. Okay, you know, I'm from Maryland, not that far, but it's always been a good relationship, and that's where I like to be. But I feel like, man, I'd love to have an answer. I will have to say something about Donnie when he used to come in. When I come in, he might have been BSing me a little bit when I got an answer. Yeah, it might have been a little sideways. I might have said, yeah, I think he's messing with me, but I had an answer when I walked out. I felt like I walked in here and got something out of this building, and I don't have that no more. I'd love to get that back. Okay, it's all about the people. All right, that's my statement. I guess I'll wait to hear the vote.
Thanks, sir.
Kind of put that out, and then just to support some of the things, and one of the packets has got my emails from previous where I've been sending them and the information I've been getting back. So I just attached them.
Yeah, okay, we'll take a look at that. Thank you very much.
Am I too late to comment?
You're there. We have nobody else after that, so, yeah, that's fine.
No, I just didn't know.
You're good, you're good.
I'm not gonna violate your.
No, you're fine. You wanna just stand up and say your name and.
Okay. My name is William John Cushel, and I am a retired correctional sergeant. And I did not retire intentionally. I was put out to pasture, essentially, for workers' comp. So just like this gentleman is talking about, you got a lot of different people who are from different walks of life, and I had a number of falls. In fact, Social Security disability has me rated as improvement, not expected. I didn't, my now ex-wife started to get disability. She had fibromyalgia in 2006. It took her to 2010 to get it. They just, after they terminated me because I couldn't perform my job, I had to have a neck fusion. And then I tried to go back to my job, trying to get myself up to physical standards where they would, initial entrance standards. I was over a minute behind. I did not have the ability to do that. In fact, my doctors, and I'm on the improvement not expected. And when I applied it for in July of 2019, they gave it to me, including back months, in around April of 2020. So what happened is that, you know, I'm one of the 20, the rare people, because I've had so many injuries from the job and so forth. What I'm concerned about is my department, because it doesn't have a disability. I had to take early retirement. That's a 30% permanent cut in pay. I would have about at least $300 more a month to pay for everything. Now I'm really concerned about with all these expenses. You know, with Tyler's technology, it went up some for me, and I even had to have my mortgage redone. So I did have a mortgage modification, to be quite frank about it. But still, with everything the way this town is raising the taxes and everything, it has me downright petrified, to be quite frank, of whether I'm going to be able to stay in my home. And my home is a nice brick home, which means it's, you know, hurricane-proof, bullet-resistant, everything like that, which I appreciate, because I don't always have the biggest fans, obviously. As you know, when you put somebody in jail, they dislike you. Well, they absolutely despise me, because for 10 years I have to tell them no, or more. I spent 17 years up there. And in essence, they only wanted to credit me 16 years and 10 months, because I had I had a major auto accident where somebody rear-ended me at a stoplight, which should have killed me. But praise the Lord, I survived it. But anyhow, I'm just concerned, because I've got different expenses that I got to pay for. I got my heating systems from 1985. It's a oil-fired hot water boiler. The one gentleman who I hired to come in to redo the firebox, he said, it looks okay. So I went ahead and I spent the money on it. But I mean, you know, once you're on retirement and you're on disability and everything, nobody wants to loan you money and stuff. So the whole thing is that, and I had to put a new roof on my house, and that's all on credit cards. So you know how the interest goes with that. So it just has been a real problem. Now, I've got all these price hikes and everything else. And then the question is if I can't afford it or whatever, would I be able to subdivide my land to sell some off? Or would I have to totally just give up? I mean, that's the question now, because I do need to.
You got 30 more seconds.
Okay, we got 30 more seconds, okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I just want to thank everybody for listening to me. Hopefully sometime I will be able to come in and put a proposal in to possibly subdivide the land, because I've got to do something, either that or else I'm going to be out of luck anyhow.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. And that is it for the public comments. Next on the agenda is the executive session. This executive session is for strategy sessions and advice or opinions from attorney at law regarding pending or potential litigation pursuant to 29 Delaware Code 10004B4. I hear a motion on the executive.
So moved. Second.
Yep. Moran, first by Moran, second by Mr. Donovan. Mr. Massey.
Yep. Yes.
Yes. All in favor? Yes. So we're moving to executive session at 6:44.